Want to tell you guys about another scam that's going on in California. All this news about the Smalley daycare stuff is going on in Minnesota, but I want to tell you about something I sort of uncovered or just realized in California, a few years back. So I filmed a super viral video with a gentleman who was struggling on the streets of San Francisco in the Tenderloin, and he was addicted to fentanyl. The video went viral, and this is back when this platform, paid creators for like videos that got a lot of views. So I'm like refreshing my phone, and I'm like, you know what? I have like 2 or 2.5 grand from this video. It's quite crazy viral. So many views. I think people just really resonated with what the dude was saying, and it also uncovered some of the stuff going on in San Francisco and how ridiculous it is. And so I'm like, all right, let me go find this dude. I drive back to the Tenderloin because I'm like, I'm going to give him this money if he gets clean for sure. You don't want to give somebody who's addicted actively a bunch of money. So I find him. I'm like, dude, here's the deal, man. I have this money I want to give you. Let's help you get clean, and then we'll also film a video, and I'm sure people would love to get you some more money through a GoFundMe or something once you get clean. There was big support for this guy, right? And what I uncovered was a giant scam going on in California. Now, a lot of the homeless issue scams in California and the industry of taking care of these drug addicts, or not taking care of them, actually, which you'll uncover what I'm about to tell you, it's huge. But this is something I experienced firsthand, so here's what happened. I get the dude and I go, okay, I'm going to help him get, into a rehab. There's so many rehabs everywhere. And when you're walking around these cities like San Francisco, Portland, down, Los Angeles, there are rehabs. And you're like, this is great, right? I go there with him and I go, hello, I'd like to get this gentleman some help. And they go, okay, cool. So for our rehab, he needs to be clean, like off drugs, tested clean to enter. And I go, what? He's an active fentanyl addict. What are you talking about? He's not going to be able to enter this facility. You guys are in the Tenderloin, SF. Like, what? This isn't serving the actual problem that's happening here. No, okay, that's weird. Go to another one. Same thing. Okay? Go to another one. Same thing. It is a scam. Here's why. These addicts are not going to get clean and then jump into a facility. It just doesn't happen. And then we go to another facility, and here's the other scam. This one, they're like, oh, we can take him and help him, detox. So it's going to be a 2-week wait for a bed, and we'll give him a call. I go, give him a call? What are you talking about? He doesn't have a cell phone. They go, oh, he wrote down some number here. The number, respect to this guy, but the number wasn't, like, written really, like, properly. You're like, you're not going to be able to reach him. And I start getting frustrated because I'm, like, talking to somebody. I'm like, what are you talking about right now? You're just sending this guy back out into the streets. He finally is able, I want to get clean, and he scribbled down a number that doesn't exist, and you're saying, cool, bye, 2 weeks, and they go, oh, well, we do have a team that looks for them on the street if, we can't find them, but that's the best we can do. So I'm not like breaking some new scam that's been happening in California. A lot of people have talked about this, but this was a firsthand experience that I had. It was absurd because you're basically funneling all this money into these rehabs. These people at these rehabs oftentimes pay themselves and other people that work there a lot of money. They do get government money. They also raise money as a charity, and then they're not actually serving the problem that's happening in California. If you really wanted something to change in California, you would have massive detox centers operating. You're not going to have people just shake this stuff and be able to, suddenly, dude, this guy was able to speak. He was intelligent, but like, bro, the honest truth is some of these people are so far gone. You've seen it if you live in some of these cities that we need a significantly different strategy if we actually want to help the homeless problem. So we've spent 24 billion. It's gotten worse and worse. And I think this is one of the reasons that it's getting worse. The actual rehab facilities are not built for the people they are intended to serve. It's ridiculous. You guys should be mad at this and the Minnesota thing if you are a United States taxpayer. And it's not, oh, I hate Somalians in the Minnesota situation. It's just like groups of people are going to take advantage of stuff. You should really look towards the Minnesota government. Why is there no audits? Why is there no oversight? And the same thing should be looked at in California. We're spending so much tax money in California, and people are really struggling here. Good people that work their ass off. And when all this money gets sent and diverted to these, things that do not work at all, we need some change. So kind of a long video, but let me know if you agree and your thoughts on this, especially if you live in California or Portland or Kensington, Philadelphia, one of these cities